Alright guys, in this video we're just going to have a short little tidbit video. This is just another replacing rusty metal video. This is the rust holes all in the bottom corner of a 1957 Chevrolet front fender that apparently had a flame job done on it at one point. But I've already replaced it, I've already cut out and got this side looking pretty good. This is what we're going to have the other side looking like. This is out of the patch panels that the owner of the vehicle brought me. Can't even get that one out of the box. But the actual patch panel goes all the way up past where I replaced. But this is good original metal, and honestly the original metal is always better than the aftermarket metal. The aftermarket metal are stamps off of stamps off of stamps, God knows how many. But we're going to get this metal right here. I'm going to probably cut up into this area, at least replace everything in here where all of these holes, and you can see where somebody tried to fix it at one point. It was all full of Bondo, especially the other fender was bad. You can see where I've already been grinding. But we're going to get this replaced, have a little video of that, and stay tuned. Welcome back to Youngblood's Rods and Customs. Alright, doing this, you really need to wear safety glasses, and I wear hearing protection because I'm going to have a kid, and I'd like to be able to hear it talk one day for the first words, you know. But we're just using a little air die grinder. We're going to cut out. Probably the best thing to do is trace out where you're going to cut first, otherwise it doesn't work out well. The reason why we're wearing safety glasses is because of this. These little rock things will come all to pieces on you and terrify the living you know what out of you. We're going to get to that. So there is a back brace where the bottom bolt for your the bottom side of this fender goes to the body. You got to make sure you're not bending that brace out of shape, because that's literally what holds all the skin of this straight with the fender, to make sure it lines up with the body and the rocker and everything else that it's supposed to line up with. So you got to get your little pecker and preferably a chisel, not a screwdriver, but it's what I got at the moment, so that's what I'm going to use. Okie dokie. Kind of show you what we got going on here. We'll get this little piece bent back. I will show you exactly what we got going on here. And a little pair of pliers I've left over here. That bent back down to kind of where it's supposed to be. And I'll show you what we're doing. Alright. This is what we got so far. We've cut out all the rust that we could see. We've ground into the metal a little bit more here to make sure there's no more rust holes. You can see we've ground and cleaned everything on the sides, all the way around to the little bottom pieces that connect to the bottom side of the fender skin that comes around. So what we're going to do now is what I like to use is rust encapsulator. It's by Eastwood. Comes in a can like that. Works very well. They say on the can you do not even have to grind or clean the surface. You can just spray the surface, the rusty surface, with this stuff. I still grind it, I still clean it. I just feel like you're supposed to. It makes it look smoother, if anything else. So we're going to spray it with this, and then we're going to take our inner fender piece, or our fender skin piece, the one that's still in the box over here. Get it out. That's what it looks like. I don't know exactly where this customer got this one from. It does fit very well. So you'll sit this piece up here, and you can see it's actually meant to cover a lot, all the way up. But there's no reason in replacing metal that doesn't need to be replaced. So we're going to probably set this on there, trace out kind of a general figure of where to cut on the bandsaw by laying this on here, which we'll probably start doing that right now and show you the progress as we go. Get y'all to look down a little bit more so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, probably gonna flip the fender over so we can see the bottom side and get a Sharpie or any type of marker. Get this thing flipped over, and you can see that we're not able to see the entirety of where we're supposed to cut because of this brace piece where this bolt is. So when I set this on there, we need to make this a lot bigger than what you're not cutting a final cut. So you need to make this bigger than it needs to be so that you don't end up with not enough metal. Find out where to put my Sharpie. Alright. You can I'll kind of show you here. This is just simple, easy stuff, but for anybody that doesn't know, we're going to be marking right here along this line. Let me see if I can get you over here. We're going to be marking right here along this line. So we need to make this mark and make this mark. Now what we're going to do here, since we don't know exactly how high this is we're going to put an arrow facing away from where the line is, facing that way, so we know to cut on that side or a little bit farther. Everything looks fairly squared up, looking good. I think we're going to get doing the finished wheels. Remember to jump around so you do not get a warp in your metal. You don't want a low spot where your welds are or a high spot where your welds are. So you need to do about 3 tacks, then skip 3 inches and do 3 tacks, then turn around and do that backwards and turn around until you get it all finished. Just a smart way that a smart friend of mine taught me how to do it. So it works every time I've used it so far. Whenever it comes to a piece this small, you can't really do the jump around method as well as you should, so you may want to take a break, let it cool down for a little bit. You don't want to warp into your metal. Metal gets warped, it's not good. It can be heat and shrunk and brought back to where it needs to be, but it's a little hard to do. But you need to get your metal back where you can touch it, honestly. A lot of times I'll get an air gun, blow on it at the same time as you're heating it, which may be what I'm going to have to do here because of how small this piece is. So we'll see if we can do that. And I don't have my shorter air gun, so I have to hold this long stick. Alright guys, that's the first fender pretty much well done. You can see our curve and everything is straight. All of our lines here are good. We went ahead and ground down a little bit of the welds back here and put the rust encapsulator by Eastwood on there. Went ahead and did the welds all the way across the bottom to hold this brace in place so that the brace can pull the fender in whenever you tighten up that bolt. So, alright, that little bit of paint just finished up this one. This was the last fender we had to do. And that'll conclude this video. You can see our other patch panel where it's already dried. Looking good, looking like nothing ever happened. So that's how you replace patch panels, or at least bottom of the fender panels, on a 57 Chevrolet. Not too hard to do, anybody can do it. Thank you for watching. This was Youngbloods Rods
As
and
always,
Customs.
thank you for watching Youngbloods Rods and Customs. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and bell notifications. See you in the next one.